Hello and welcome to Athena's Creations 2017. I'm Athena Turk, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2017. Welcome to my YouTube channel and Facebook Live this evening, where I'm going to demonstrate for you all 3 cards, and I think I counted 8 cards total. Several alternative cards, including a fun fold and a bookmark and 2 Valentine gifts. I'm going to include all the measurements. I'm going to tell you the measurements, show them to you, show things up close, and give you hopefully all kinds of ideas with the Paper Pumpkin Kit, Hearts for You, January 2025, and lots of other ideas. Hey Barb, I'm so glad you got to join me tonight. I'm also going to have this later on YouTube. I'm going to load it up later tonight, and it'll be available for replay later. But I am doing this live in Athena's Creations on Facebook for my customers. And we are going to use the coordinating product that is good for the 3 months of, I guess, the first quarter of the year. The hearts, of course, are going to coordinate with January. And then the little circle and the little greenery there will be available for next month's kit, February. And then the kit you don't want to miss, if you're going to miss one, don't miss the March one. It's got this cute little bumblebee and the honey hive and an extra stamp set. March is always a fabulous kit. I always get at least 1 kit per month. And while it's celebration, you can earn free product if you buy a prepaid plan. If you want more information, just let me know and I'll send all of that to you. It's like $25 a month. It includes shipping. And it's a great gift. I like to show what you can do with the cards. The card bases for this one's really pretty. Some different techniques I'm going to use tonight. And like I said, lots of fun. This is going to be a long one, so get ready. Hopefully I don't have to do 2 parts. But I guess it depends on how long it takes. There's just so much to share. And of course, I still have ideas that I haven't even finished with. Like I looked back at an old Paper Pumpkin Kit from a year or 2 years ago, and there's a fun way that you can put the heart on your die cut machine, and you can cut part of the heart out, and then it can open up. There's just so many ideas for Valentine's hearts, and I'm going to use a lot of product that coordinates the current online and also the current catalog. So let's go ahead and get started, because otherwise we may not finish. One moment while I turn the camera down. I normally would have my door open, but my puppy dog seems to bark at everything. So here's a little sneak preview. And of course, I'm going to share with you what I was going to do. And like I said, I don't have enough hours in the day to play, because, we have to sleep and, all of that good stuff. But anyway, let's see. Okay, let me just adjust my chair real quickly, and we will get to stamping. If I miss a comment, you know I'll always go back. I also want to share some other tips and things too. So I'm going to bring in that little mini machine. I'm trying to get as close to the project here as possible. Let's see. Hopefully this will do it. One more adjustment. Let's see if that'll do it. Okay. I think I've said this before. Every time I mess with the adjustments, I don't know. So like I mentioned, we've got 8 cards total, a bookmark, and Valentine gifts and other ideas. Okay. So again, I've got so many ideas with all of the current product and all of the coordinating product that we have available. Let's see, just double checking here. Okay. All right. So this right here, if you'll remember, I had made with a paper pumpkin June of 2024, I believe. And I love the idea of these boxes. This one's very, very easy. And I'm going to share with you all the measurements and how to do that. I have card templates. I have actually templates tonight that I'm going to show you for this box, just so that whenever I go to recreate it, I have all of those measurements handy. To me, that it just opens up a whole new world of creativity when you have card templates like this one. I even put a little sticky note, hearts on them, the tri-center, pop-up mini card, floating tabs, sample template. So that was my idea. I wanted to make a template and then put the hearts on here so that they would kind of pop out when you open it, but I just never got to it. Now, the card that I received a couple of years back that caused me to want to do a template was a beautiful card created by my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator friend, Charlotte. And this one was just gorgeous. And it's really, really easy. It does take a little bit more cardstock, but it's super, super cute. And this was one of those cards that when I made the template, I had planned on putting, like I said, all these extra little hearts, you know, just in little happy Valentines and all kinds of, I just never got around to it. I could probably spend 2 weeks just on one stamp set. But like I said, I've got several that I'm going to be using tonight. The first one is the Hearts of Elegance. Now that one is an online exclusive and the bundle is available. I think maybe the little hearts, accent hearts, are not available. And so the adhesive backed heart sequins are temporarily not available. And so that makes the whole suite unavailable, but you can get the stamp set in dies. The Hugs for Love is still available. Be My Valentine. And we're going to do some buzzing fun things. Heart-shaped is the celebration when you order 120 or more, which is amazing. And Choose Happy is $1 million sales achiever, Renee, Kohnke. I don't know how to pronounce that. And so this one right here has all kinds of fun things. And so I'm using these stamp sets. Let me just show you real quickly. This one, Hearts of Elegance. I do have some of the die cuts off to the side that I'm going to be using. But this one, I used mostly the dies from this one, to be honest. Of course, some of these, if you're, some of these you just you're not only going to use one time, but the hearts you can use for multiple purposes. Hugs for Love. Now this one is a bundle that comes with a punch. We're definitely going to be using the punch tonight. Pardon me. Dry throat all of a sudden. This is a really fun bundle. I love the font on all of this. There's so many fun things. I'm using several of these stamps with some of the product in the Paper Pumpkin kit. It's photopolymer, one of my favorites. I love me some punches. And of course, the Be My Valentine is also still available. You Make My Heart Buzz. I'm pretty sure I'm using that one tonight. Of course, a Happy Valentine's Day. I've used so much last year when I first got this one. But I'm using 2 from this one for one of the cards or 3Ds. I forget what it is because I just went to town on this whole whole thing. But before we get started, I wanted to share all of this with y'all so that if you have 1 or 2 of these in your stash and you maybe didn't get the Paper Pumpkin, you can just, use these ideas and directions and come up with something on your own. This is a great stamp set. Choose Happy. It's got all the different, the different, like Easter. It's got summertime, pumpkins, apples for teachers, pretty flowers. We're going to use this one, or I'm going to show you how I used it. the word heart, this is great. 39 stamps, okay? That fills up the entire side. Amazing. And of course, the heart-shaped. This one has all kinds of beautiful images that I've die cut some, and we're definitely going to be using My Thoughts of You are all heart-shaped in the shape of a heart. And then, let's see, make sure I'm covering everything before we get started. I don't want to leave anything out. I'm sure I will, but that's okay. So the template that I just shared with you, I'm going to share with you how to make this box. And that's using that heart stamp set that I just told you about. And I have a trick or a little tip. This one right here was the Christmas clearance candy, and it had green in it. So the green I'm going to save for March, for St. Patrick's Day or something like that, springtime. This is perfect. We're going to use a little window sheet. And I haven't quite decided how to cover up the fact that I used some adhesive here. But, now that I think about it, yeah, I'm not sure. Unless you know what, now that I think about it, I could probably do the same thing I did here, because I'm thinking this through and I want to talk it out with y'all, because maybe y'all could try it. Put some of this on top of here, and before I assembled this piece, run it through the die cut again. Nope, that would take the window sheet off. I would have to think about that one, but there's probably a way to do the same thing, maybe twice, and then just turn the heart upside down after the heart's out, and then the outer edges attach. That's the only other thing I could think of that would cover that up. But anyway, I digress. So the one thing about this box that I really love, that I like to share, and I want to share more than once, is, in the past, we've had all of these great boxes. So for instance, this one is the scallop boxes, right? And those are in the annual catalog, and they're great. You probably have a few in your stash. I have several. And of course, there's also the book binder I forget what it's called, but this same idea, and it's very similar. But eventually, this one's going to retire. It's going to be unavailable. Same thing for this one, which, again, these are great to have on hand and use. But I always like to have backup. And so this is kind of my backup design that I'm going to share with y'all. And, of course, the box is big enough to hold your little heart, right? And then these are all Little Debbie's, or, something to that effect. This one's a little too big, so then I thought, oh, I know what would work in that one. It'll also hold, there's room for like some little Hershey Kisses on the side, right? What is it? Super Bowl's coming up around the corner. Fun little something you can give to your neighbor, to friends. Let's see, what else we got going on over here. We've got this really cute bag that comes in the online exclusive, which is part of the, let me make sure I get the correct one, Hearts of Elegance. And then this is just using one of our punches. And it's the Heartfelt Hexagon punch. You can use any punch or die cut, kind of like I did here. You could do the die cut there. And it'll hold several candy bars. Again, fun little treats. Oops, I'm reaching. Sorry about that. Lots of fun little treats that you can have for guests that are coming over if you're hosting a big old party. And the directions on how to do this, when I thought about doing this again tonight to share with you this heart, but I did do another video on my YouTube channel with the Pocket Thoughts dies to make these treat bags with, okay? And so this one's using the large treat bag, and I've written the dimensions on the designer paper so that when I use this again, it's already right there ready to go. Same thing right here. You know, how long was the ribbon? This is the Pocket Thoughts die, and that's what I used to create this. Again, I want to share all of the fun stuff here. This all, it's big enough to hold a little heart. Little Debbie's. And then we've got this one that I'm going to share with you tonight. This is a really fun 3D. This is a great table favor, and it's super easy to make. A little bit of cardstock, designer paper, and I use the punch, and I use the For You, and I'm going to have a whole stack of other stamp sets and bundles that I've used for different things like the For You. The one thing I like to do is when I'm looking for something in particular, like a word, and like I was looking for the word friend, and I thought, okay, rather than go through all of my stamp sets, what is it that I can go through and find the word friend? Because, you know, you are my heart. Well, I would only use that one time and for one person, right? You're my favorite. And I thought, okay, you're my favorite friend. For you, my friend, dear one, dear friend. And of course, you're my favorite dear friend. So I found a dear friend. And what I did to try to save some time is in the search bar on the website, and I just typed in the word friend, and then a whole bunch of stamp sets came up, which was super, super helpful to me, because although I own a lot of stamp sets that have the word friend, I realized I don't have all of them. So this is a short stack, and the dear friend that I'm using tonight is coming from the Spotlight on Nature dies. And the bookmark is, we're going to use Courage of Faith for the bookmark. And so sincere, you're in my heart and prayers. So a lot of these are great for Valentine's, again, for pretty much any occasion. Thinking of you, for you, another for you. And then the dear friend, we're using that one on our alternative. My friend is also in the Friendly Fins. You are loved. These are also great for Valentine's to coordinate. And then this one, you are loved. Let's see, the word friend, although it's really tiny, but it's there. And then one of a kind. You are a one of a kind, wonderful friend. Now this one can be used for any occasion, even though it is a snowflake type stamp set. So we've got 3 amazing cards, and as hard as it is for me to make it exactly as is, because as you're going to see when I pull these out, the card is beautiful, and I want to chop it in half and reuse it and fold it and move it and turn it and change it. Well, you'll see why I've made some alternatives. Then also the gold twisted thread I'm going to be using. And that's part of this bundle here, or it's a suite that the Hearts of Elegance, the online exclusive. I think these are temporarily unavailable, but some of the other supplies are available. This is the red twine that's included in the kit. We're going to be using that along with this gold for the bookmark. And I did have some hearts and things left over because this is a champagne, and I got all the gold out. And so it's just a little different in color. So needless to say, we are using some of these for the alternative cards. The envelopes are absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So first off, we are going to make all 3 cards as originally on here. And then we will continue with the alternatives. So let me just set this aside. And I love that on these paper pumpkin kits that they have this insert so that when you're stamping or when you're done stamping, you'll know exactly where how many are in the set, number one. And then you can remember what they, what they go with. They've got on here hearts for you. I love how Stampin' Up! Is really making it easy for us to look back at our stamps. And I say that because I'm going to show you something. Just to give a little shout out to Stampin' Up! Because, they're always improving and I love it. So this is my box called Key to My Heart. And this was from a while back. This was one of the stamps that were from 2021. So this was a while back. I've given a lot of stamp sets and stuff away to some of my customers as prizes and whatnot. But I ended up just stamping everything because they didn't have that insert that they have now. And I absolutely love that they're doing that. This is super, super cute. Hi, Valentine, be mine. So when you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you have 12 brand new stamp sets every year. Love that. This was my inspiration for one of my alternative cards tonight. Okay, so I sometimes will go back at other cards from the past to get inspiration. And this was another one of those that I wanted to do partial die cut with the hearts. I just never got around to doing it. Like I said, it's too bad I have to eat and all of that because, I would have so much more time to play. Anyway, this is really amazing. I love this. We're definitely going to be using several stamps from here tonight. But there's so many other beautiful things too that I'm using all of this from the kit and bringing in, using what's in the kit, bringing in some technique that I'm going to share. So let's go ahead and start with the very first card. And I have all the elements for this card in this envelope. Look at this gorgeous, gorgeous envelope. It's red. You have room to write who it's to. That is beautiful. Love that. And you can see why I have a hard time putting this card together as is, because I envision cutting this in half and doing all kinds of fun things with this one. So, but like I said, and as promised, I will put it together as is. And it's really, really pretty. Got all these little elements here, these little hearts. We're going to stamp You're My Favorite. And I'm pretty sure, let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry for the reach. I don't have a whole lot of blocks, but the blocks I do have, I think all of them are used. And so I ended up putting You're My Favorite and Celebrate Love all on one. I think it's the H block. Now this one is the card piece that's going to go right on top. But before I do that, there are 3 tiny little white hearts that you can use as confetti for inside your cards, or you can set it off to the side like I do and maybe use it on a really fun pop out or pull out card, which again, that was another one idea I had. I just didn't get around to it, you know. If I could just stamp full time, that would be so much fun. But I do stamp as often as I possibly can. Yes, these are so pretty. Oh, and that's something else too I wanted to mention. I'm glad they showed this right here. These hearts are also for when you enclose it, it'll close the bag. So that's why a lot of these are not used yet, because we've got 3, 6, 9 of these. 8, 9. So there's big hearts and it looks like a couple of little hearts. And then the word love. Now that one is used on the 3rd card. And again, I was using gold, and this one is a champagne. And I looked at my stash. I didn't have any champagne, because if I did, it would all just flow together. But I figured I'll save that. Maybe one of my stampers can use that on one of their cards. But this one is so, so pretty. Here we go. Let's go with the directions. I love that it tells us exactly how much of the red twine to use. Approximately 20 inches. So it's basically going to go around the card. So you definitely want to look at your instructions before you start adhering. Although sometimes the cards look just fine, even if you don't go exactly as is. Something they included this month on top were the, what I'm calling flat adhesive. And I'm using this a ton tonight, okay? And the reason being is there's some really fine, intricate, detailed dies that I'm using. This was part of what came in the kit, but they told us in an email something about the sticky is not on there, or it's not as sticky as it needs to be. So they included an extra set. Now, I love these little bags too. That's something else I like to do, is keep the bags. Because if I have little hearts later, rather than throw them away or scoop them up and they get lost, these bags are perfect for doing just that. And we are going to use some of these beautiful little, I don't know if you can see. Let's see. They really shimmer and shine. They are so, so pretty. So we're definitely going to be using those. Let's see. Okay. So for this one, I'm trying to situate everything so that I don't cover anything up, but also share with you just how easy the instructions are. Like, it shows exactly where the dimensionals are going to go. And that's another thing that was included, was a whole thing of dimensionals. So I love, and they give you more than you'll ever need in each kit. And so I tend to put those off to the side and use up my stash that I currently have. So the instructions are showing that we're going to put this around and tie it off, like into a little bow right here. So that's what I'm going to do. I didn't measure because I like twine and I use it, but I don't use it a lot. And I think it's just a matter of patience. I kind of have to use a little bit more patience than I normally would when I'm crafting. Because to me, that just kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but maybe as I get older, the fingers aren't as limber or something. I don't know. So I'm going to do something that's not what the instructions are showing, but will still be fine. It's showing all the way in the back, and that's fine. You could do that. But I think you could probably save yourself a little headache, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to trim it. And then I'm going to adhere it together. And then I'm going to make a little tiny bow, which might take me a second or two. So this might be the time to take a little break if you need to, while I adhere this one to the back. I guess because it's so tiny. Okay. So to me, that's the easiest way. And then let me just get this, make a little bow. Basically 2 rabbit ears. And to me, it's just not very easy to work with twine, although it does look so amazing. But I'm trying with this one. I think this may be the only card in this kit that uses it. But again, they give you more than you'll ever need. So I'm just kind of pulling at each side so I can try and adjust the bow part. There we go. Hopefully you can't hear the sports news channel that my husband's listening to out there. Okay. Alrighty. Take your pick tool is so helpful. There we go. And it's still doing its own thing. All right, that's fine. So let's go ahead and adhere it to the card base. And you can also use your dimensionals to hold down that string. And then you can just, makes it so much easier to add to the card. Now I do use this little thing on the side here. It's from the card, not the card kit, but the one of the boxes that's available. And I forget the names of all the boxes. There's so many. We're going to go ahead and take all of these off. And put this right on the front. Try to center it in the middle, find that sweet spot. That's pretty close. And then we're going to take this one. We're going to use ever so tiny. We might have to do, it should work. It's a flat little ink. Put that right there. Makes it look like I tied a bow. And then I will trim it so that everything fits within the card. So when you send it in an envelope later, it will fit. And I'm just trying to straighten out the bow. It tends to want to curl to the side. And next, we're going to stamp You're My Favorite. And it just dawned on me, you're supposed to stamp first. So I'm going to cheat. It looks like we were supposed to stamp this really fun heart in a couple of different places, but that's okay because we're going to just modify it ever so slightly. And we're definitely going to be using some really fun pieces there. Let's see. Where are those little hearts at? So it looks like one of these little hearts is right over here. And then this one is going to be over here to this side. And this is part of the, it's already, you know, it's got adhesive on the back, so that's included. This is kind of an odd, not really a heart, so I'm not sure about that one. It looks like we were supposed to stamp a couple of hearts here. And I guess we were supposed to stamp some little hearts there. Oops, oh well. Let's see. You're My Favorite. I'm going to stamp those little hearts underneath. And what did I, oh, here we go. You're My Favorite. Oh yes, real red. I think we could still, we're gonna try it. Even though I put it on dimensionals, we're gonna try it. I might regret it, but that's okay. You're My Favorite. Favorite what? Friend? Yes. We have several stamps that have the word friend. Just hold it nice and steady. You're my friend. You're my favorite. And then, to stamp some of these cute little hearts, because why not? You're my favorite dear friend. And I'm going to use Friend from Unbounded Love because it's tiny. And I think that's going to look really nice on top. Again, I don't have too many more blocks, so you're my favorite friend. See there? Love how all of Stampin' Up's, everything coordinates. I love it. Now I'm going to take this one and put it on another block so I don't lose it, okay? There we go. And then we're gonna try stamping the card. We'll see how this works. Whether I should have stamped ahead of time, which is what we're supposed to do, but for whatever reason, I got ahead of myself. Okay. So it looks like the heart's supposed to be right here. And so you definitely want to hold it and let that ink soak into. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay. One more over here. Hold it down nice and steady. And it's okay if some of the color's not fully on there, because that's kind of what this one does. So each heart's different, unique, has character. It looks like one more heart down here. All right, that worked. I don't recommend that. You definitely want to stamp first. Now this one, it looks like, I wonder. It looks like it's this tiny heart. They must have covered it up. But I don't know how they did that. That's okay. That's all right. We can still put it on here. I'm gonna put it down here in the middle. It might be covered up. I just now thought about that, because this is gonna need to go right there. Well, maybe it won't. Maybe I won't be able to cover it up. There we go. That's gonna work. And then it looks like we're gonna put this one on. This is part of the die cuts that were part of the kit. Looks like it's gonna be right there. And of course, this one's gonna be on dimensionals. One, two, three, four. All right. This is a really lovely card. All right. Nice. You're my favorite friend. So now I can send these to more than just my sweetheart or my Valentine. And on the inside, I want to say Happy Valentine's Day, which is, of course, going to be coming from the Hugs for Love. I love that font. And this is part of the bundle that's in the mini catalog. Lots of cute little samples. Lots of little hearts. Cute little... Love that. Okay. Probably should keep the ink pad open, but that's all right. Happy Valentine's Day. Right in the middle. And then let's add some more of those hearts. So cute. Love it. So this one is so, so cute. Card number 1. And the envelope's already decorated, so don't really need to worry about decorating the envelope. I think as I finish them, maybe I'll put them in front of me. I wonder, is that going to work? I think that'll work. Make it easier access for later. So now we're going to go to card number 2. This one I have lots to share about. This one is so cute. And it looks like the word you. I don't know that I took that out. Love you. Maybe just the word love, and then we'll do dear friend. Yeah. Because like I said, I only have one sweetheart. Lots of friends, so, you know. All right, so here's all the pieces to this one. And this one's really fun. This is a fun card. This one has lots of little pieces and stuff to it. And I'm going to hold this up close. Hopefully you can see. It's like a little shadowing of hearts on this piece right here. And there's just a slight shading of pink. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know if you're able to see that or not. But anyway, so this is the card front. And believe it or not, it comes with a whole bunch of these die cut out pieces, okay? So cute. And it looks like we're gonna pop these up on dimensionals, and it's kind of like a shadowing in between, it looks like. And by popping it up on the dimensionals and you see the card up close, it kind of gives a 3D effect. I imagine that's what it's for. Now, something I discovered, which is always wonderful when I discover things, right? The this stamp set comes with this heart, the solid heart, and then the outline heart, okay? This is from the paper pumpkin. This is what I discovered. This will stamp directly on all of these if you want them to. So let's try one. Look at that. Love that. Let's do 2. So cute. And it looks like the word you is what we will stamp on this little piece here. And I did not get him out yet, so. There's the word love. Love that one. It's so cute. All right. And I'm going to use the same block because, again, I am limited on my blocks. There we go. You. Love you. Oh, you couldn't see the pink? Oh, man. Well, let me clean this stamp real quick. Let me hold it up a little bit more. It's just a slight little shadow of a heart. It's really hard to see. I don't even know if on the sample you can see it. Yeah, it's hard to see on the sample. Oh, and by the way, the kit, the refill is available. So you can get everything pictured here except for the ink spot and the stamp set. Everything else is available. So if you wanted to, you know, bring in some other supplies like I'm showing tonight, you could definitely do that with the refill. Okay, it looks like there's a little bow for this one. Put this back so don't lose it. The word you. Okay. And it looks like we're going to put the hearts on dimensionals and put those down first. It looks like that's the first step. Okay. And the hearts are just big enough. There, yep, perfect. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. All right. I'm thinking one of my gifts tonight that I'm making, I will probably share with our post lady. She's a really sweet lady that is always very pleasant. Okay. So it's looking like you put them up and there's just like a little shadow. It's almost like it's covered up. So again, another reason why I do alternatives is, you know, I don't want it to cover it up. So we're going to put the next one, the one I stamped. And so I'm putting this one together as is with the tiny modification, because I want you, whoever I send this to be able to see the little pink heart there. So instead of 6, I think I'm gonna do 4 or even 3. I think I might just do 3. And so again, lots of this leftover pieces for other cards. Let's see, 1, 2. I'm all thumbs all of a sudden. There we go. And then we're definitely going to be layering these hearts together. I feel like I'm getting a tiny bit ahead of myself, but this one does layer right on top. These are the die cut pieces from the kit. And I think the other 2 like this are the only pieces I haven't used. So otherwise I've used them with the alternatives. So this one just layers right on top. And then this one, it's gonna have the word love over it. Yep, I'm gonna do 4. I think that'll work out. These are so cute, these little die cuts. And so by doing 4 instead of 6, you can actually see the little shadowing of the hearts underneath. At least that's the intent. All right. And we're going to use the negative pieces for the next card, or one of the alternatives. There's got to be an easier way to do this. Okay. 4. Now we've got this fun little heart. We're going to put that one up on dimensionals as well. So cute. I'm glad I stamped that little heart. And then this one, let's do the word love first. There we go. That's so pretty. And then we've got our dimensional. Put it right like that on the card itself. To me, that's easier. And the word you. And then, of course, this little bit right here for a little bow. Gonna do the little rabbit ears for this one. There we go. Just keep it just in the bow. I have a hard time with these. I don't know if you can tell. Anyway, twine is really nice. Bows I think are a little easier to work with. Okay. And then we're gonna go ahead and, let's see, what did I do with that? Here we go. I had the, oh, here we go, right on front of me. These may not be the right ones. Let's see. If I can get them. Okay, so plan B. In my, this tool is great for grabbing things, is in the Heat Emboss kit. Because I just can't fiddle with that. Oh, okay, there we go. That was plan B, all right. These are kind of big, so I don't know, we'll see. This should work fine. Put it right there. All right. And once it's on there nice and tight, if you still have a little sticky left, then part of that heat embossing kit is an embossing buddy. Just get a little tap and takes any residual stickiness right away out of it. Okay. Now let's see if we can straighten our little bow out. And it just wants to roll back onto itself. I do not know what the fix is for that. But meanwhile, I just trim it up. This is so cute. But this particular card takes a little bit longer for some reason. Super cute. Love you, dear friend. And this one's from the Spotlight on Nature. All right. This way I can send more of these cards out. Dear friend. Ooh, I rocked the block, and so there's that line that happens on red rubber sometimes. Ooh. Yuck. But the heart that I punched out, I think might cover it up a little bit. So Let's put that on there, shall we? Yep. The gummy part, we'll pick it up. Dear one. Got a little heart on the inside. Card number 2. On to card number 3. And of course, don't forget there's the little heart to seal the envelope with on all of these. It just dawned on me what those little hearts were for on the first card. So let's go back. Let me show you. Oh my goodness. I feel so silly. Okay. These are the hearts that we put on the card. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know why I was thinking more than, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna put this cute little heart right over here as it's shown. These are those little embellishment hearts that came with the paper pumpkin kit. So we've got 3 over here and 2 more over here on the bottom. They look red on the sample, and I think that's what threw me off for a second there. There we go. Lots of fun hearts on this one. You're my favorite friend. Happy Valentine's Day. And then card number 2 is not showing that they used it, so okay. But card number 3, we definitely will be using it. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. It's these cute little hearts, and we will use 3 of those on this one. All right, on to number 3. The alternative for this one, fabulous. I'm very excited to share that with you tonight. Because look at that beautiful paper. I just hate to have part of that on the back, but that's okay. This is a really nice card. It's got all these really nice pieces to it. And I do something extra with this piece on the alternative. Excited about that. And then there's our heart to seal. So be sure you have that for each card. And this one's Celebrate Love. So this one could easily be a happy anniversary card. And so this one, I'm going to show you how we're going to use these flat adhesive dots, as I call them. Let's see. It's going to be on top of that heart. Right there. Several places. Oop, there we go. And then this one down here. Oh my word. Can't believe we've been going an hour and I'm barely number 3. I just can't believe that. Oh well. It is what it is, right? Okay. I'll put that there just for a moment. Take off the backing of those. There we go. Hopefully you can't hear that TV. My husband, I don't know what he's watching, but it's loud out there. I've got the door shut, but all right. So I'm just gonna line that up. And that is so pretty. This one's probably the fastest, simplest card, and even the alternative looks amazing. So, like I said, I'm excited about that one. All right, so this one, you're just gonna find that sweet spot. And then we're gonna stamp Celebrate Love, which is on that side. You can write Happy Anniversary on the inside. dimensionals. Then I'm going to use this part of the dimensional pack because it's the flattest piece, which means it's about a half of what a regular dimensional is. And this is a kind of a tiny or a smaller piece. Celebrate love. Right on top. So it just covers part of it. And we're going to bring in the cute little hearts. Have that shimmer on there. Looks like there's 3 of them. All right. Super cute. Card 3. So now that we've put these together as is, it's time for some alternatives. All right, so are you ready for alternative card number 1? And this one, before I show you the card, I want to tell you about my card templates, okay? So this one, this fold is a template that I had. Several things why I love card templates. They save me time when I'm creating. They also help release creativity for me to come up with original designs, which is what I've done here. So love card templates. And here's this one. Happy Valentine's Day. And I already scored it at 2 1/8, which regular A2 size card folded in half is 2 1/8, okay? Love card templates. Okay. And this one, I'm going to stamp every other one using the stamp. But before I do that, this is the negative piece for all those pieces that we popped out. Go ahead and fold the front over. And fold where I fold in half, and I scored it 2 1/8. I'm going to use the negative as a template right on top the edge here at the top. And I'm going to get out my Flirty Flamingo ink because I knew a pink was going to be on here, but it wasn't until I read Flirty Flamingo Petal Pink, Real Red, and Champagne are the coordinating colors. I love that Stampin' Up! Does that for us. So let me just try this again right at the fold. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it down. I'm not going to tape it. And I'm just going to pick up some ink and just kind of rub it in. And just keep rubbing it in. I have seen samples too where they use the negative on top of red cardstock, and that is a really nice technique. That's really a good way to use up all the contents. And then what we have is that. Voila! And so again, this would look really, really good on red cardstock, which would look kind of like that. So pretty. Okay. I'm done with the Flirty Flamingo for now. Okay. Love our mini little blending brushes. And we're going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day, which is so fun. And then our little cluster of hearts. And then we're going to stamp with the heart. And all of these are coming from Hugs for Love. Now this heart actually is from the paper pumpkin, but these other hearts are, and Happy Valentine's Day, are from Hugs for Love. All right, let's get our Real Red out. And the ink spot for this month was Real Red. Okay, so this one's going to be every other one. And it's not like perfect, but it's really close. And every heart's different. That one's perfect. All right, so now we've got that one. Let's go ahead and stamp our Happy Valentines. Love me some photopolymer. You can see exactly where I'm stamping. That is such a cute stamp bundle. Comes with that punch. So cute. Gotta be careful. There we go. So cute. All right. And then this one, let's see how I can explain this. So for the top part of this one to, what do you call it? Catch it is held up. It's going to be up here at the top. So as I turn it, it's going to be right here where I'm going to put my dimensionals. And I use every bit of these dimensionals. All of it up. There we go. And I'm going to use all of these up. Oh, I probably should put this one on first. Again, dimensionals, so I'll get this one out. I actually have the smaller ones. That might work better. Yep, the mini dimensionals. I think I got one packet a year ago and I still have plenty. But these are great for smaller spaces. There we go. Okay. Let's take these off. Okay. This is going to be toward the bottom. Now, get this one ready to prop up. This piece is going to prop up that fun fold. I keep my fingernails very short, so I have to use a little bit of patience when I'm trying to peel up the edge of these. Okay, Now, just kind of want to keep in mind just how far about midway. And when you pop it on dimensionals, it gives it a little lift or lip to catch the top part of the card to help hold it open. Card alternative number 1. Now on to card number 2 alternative. And this one was so much fun to create. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I always have a little, the bling. I always forget the bling. It's like, wait a second. And I added a little bit right here. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I catch those after my lives are over with and I'm cleaning the desk off and I realize, I forgot to add those beautiful embellishments. Oh well. So here is alternative card number 2, bringing in some fun die cuts. And this piece here, which I'm going to share with you, that's part of the add-on. And then we're going to stamp from the stamp set of the paper pumpkin. And we've turned this card from this direction, open this way. And you can see, before I decided to do that beautiful red side, I was thinking I would have it this direction. I thought, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to see all this beautiful red. So I changed it, which was part of the other card. But anyway, this is my sample. So this might be, you know, I'll put some mushy stuff and it'll go to my honey. He won't. He'll just think, oh, you added some extra. Okay. So before we get started, let me just bring in the little machine, the mini, and share with you the, let's see, it's right over here off to the side, the add-on. So the add-on is part of what you can order if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And it comes with this heart piece. So this heart piece, we're going to do it in gold, and you're going to see it's going to have 2 separate pieces from one die cut. So let me just show you that. Let's bring in the mini Stamp and Emboss machine. Hopefully you can see it. Let's see here. All right, so and of course I want to share all the tips and tricks of my stamping. When I store my big machine and the mini, I try to store it to where it's in the middle like this. Okay, to me that just helps keep it somewhat flat, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and I just changed out the bottom piece, gets all of the indentation from the die cuts. The top piece, when you're using foil or specialty paper, it's really important to have it as clear and clean as possible. If we did it the opposite direction, then all of this indentation would be on top of the heart, and we don't want that. So the nice clean one's going to be on top. And then for this add-on heart, I used a 3x3 piece of gold that we're going to run through. Just like that. And you'll notice that the plates are not like perfect. They're kind of off-centered. That just helps move it through the plates a lot easier. Okay, now there's a little trick here. Let's go ahead and roll this and store it. And there's a trick that I learned when I went to one of the Stampin' Up! Conventions years and years and years ago. See how nice that is? And that's with a die cut. You just fling it down and it pops right out. And if that doesn't work, there are those little holes that you can get your take your pick tool and it'll help pop paper out. But that's a fun little tip that I wanted to share that I learned at a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator convention years ago with these die cuts. Love it. So this is, like I said, it's part of the 3-month add-on that you can get as a subscriber. And this is what comes out of it. It's so, so pretty. And we're going to be using some of these pieces. On card number 2, alternative. My desk is getting full. And so I did several, I don't know what I did with them, but I did several. I thought I had them in a baggie. I did different colors because I wasn't real sure what all I was going to use it for. And I just thought it looked really nice framing this heart that's already here. And so that's how I came up with that. And that's from the add-on. So, of course, we've got lots of hearts that we can use for other things. This is so cute. You can stamp all. I've seen somebody actually alternative where they've stamped the different hearts on here. And it looks just so pretty and elegant. And then, of course, I got my my ruler out to measure so that I could figure out what the measurement should be for this one. And I thought I wrote that down, and I'm not seeing it. I thought I wrote that down. Well, let me just tell you. So this is 3 1/4 by 4 3/8. There we go. That way, when it's closed, you can't see the one on the inside. Because normally I would do the 5 1/4 by 4, and it would still look fine. I just wanted this to be kind of symmetrical, pleasing to the eye, if you will. And again, I scored it at 2 1/8. So go ahead and fold that over. And I know my bone folder's here somewhere. Oh, there we go. This definitely helps. And it's actually going to go this direction. It's all good. Just make sure. Okay, nice. So next, we're going to adhere all these fun little pieces. And in order to do that, we're going to use these flat adhesives that are in the kits. And again, the refill kit is available. If you didn't get the paper pumpkin, you can still order the refill for, I think it's $12, and you get 9 cards, 9 decorative envelopes, and then just use your own stamp sets, which is another reason why I do alternatives, so that you can see, or have maybe something you have in your stash is similar, you can definitely use that. And really, 9 cards You only need one Valentine's and then one anniversary. You could send the rest, make them anniversary cards. Okay. This one's so pretty. Oh my goodness. All right. And so now we're going to put this one on. There's a trick to this one. This one's a little big, right? So I'm going to show you a trick. Because why not? I try to work smarter, not harder, as they say. So I'll share with you my trick. As I'm taking the back off, I'm going to fold that adhesive back over onto itself. If you have the smaller ones, those probably would work the best. But again, just fold that back so that the adhesive folds back onto itself. And even if it doesn't completely fold back over, we have our little embossing buddy that definitely will help if there's any excess on the front. Okay. And this one is such a lovely add-on. This nice little scalloped edge. So, so pretty. Okay. We'll do the stamping in just a minute. And so typically when I do a card like this, I would say you would start with the inside first. However, because we've got a shorter piece, I want to find the sweet spot here, meaning as centered as possible. Hold down one side, lift up this flap, because up to the fold is the only place I want my adhesive to go. Just like that. Now, this one, the inside piece, I'm basically going to put that one as close as possible. I don't have a corner rounder. I mean, I might in my retired stash, I don't remember. And then if everything looks like it's all within that card, holding that down, keep it in place, lift up the top, and then add my adhesive. I go through a lot. I'm probably gonna have to refill that again tonight. And so on the inside, I'm gonna stamp this really amazing heart, and then we're gonna stamp the Happy Valentine's Day, and then the cute little hearts as well. In fact, we're gonna do it something cute that I just thought of. It's all cute. Okay. This one I wasn't really sure until I stamped with it what this stamp was gonna do. Just hold it down, don't rock the block. Beautiful. Now let's just put some little hearts inside of that big heart and see what that looks like. Cute. I like it. All right. So now we're gonna stamp this one, Happy Valentine's Day. And this one doesn't say sweetheart or love munchkin or nothing funny like that. So it's just Happy Valentine's Day. Again, could be to a friend, to the mail person, anyone you want it to be, really. I had those right there. And I didn't put bling on this alternative only because I didn't want it to take away from that beautiful heart. I mean, I did kind of cover it up, but that's okay. It's still really, really pretty. And this one's going to be flat. Try to, the center points. Alternative number 2 is complete. Now, alternative number 3, I used some leftover pieces and I brought in the note cards and envelopes. Use the add-on for the heart. This piece right here. And then this was that marble that was part of a card front. So this was that very first card that we did, and I cut it in half. I was probably going to do something else with this one, but again, I just ran out of time. I already have quite a lot I've made, and like I said, there's so many ideas out there. Little envelope. And then this is the add-on piece. Here's our note card. So let's see here. Card base. Oh, this was to explain this card here. Sorry. That's what I should have mentioned before. I used the add-on for the red Valentine. The inside piece is 3 1/4 by 3, pardon me, 4 3/8 by 3 1/4. And the card base was scored at 2 1/8. So there's that one. I probably should put it on the back of the card, but that's okay. All right. And so for this one, it's the cute little note card. This one's fairly simple too. So we'll stamp our envelope in a minute. And then this was, like I said, part of that piece that I cut, and it's 5 by 1 inch. So it's 5 across. Now I'm gonna line this up on my grid so that I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I'm glad you like the alternatives. So this one I'm going to line up So I've lined it up with this line right there. And then this block right here, so it's like 2 blocks down, is going to be the top of this one. And same over here, I want it 2 blocks down. That's how I lined it up so it's straight. Again, holding down one side, lifting up the flap, and putting my adhesive down. Let me just double check that. Really close. And then this one's going to go right on top. And then this one is 5 by 1/2 inch. And that one's just going to go same thing, line it up. Just like that. Now we're going to stamp Dear Friend and For You, Dear Friend, 2 different stamp sets, and then Happy Valentine's Day. But first, we're going to stamp using the heart-shaped celebration stamp. Stamps right on top of the add-on. Love that. And I think that might be temporarily unavailable till next week, which just means that Although it's not available right now, it will be available soon. And this is the, let's see, add-on. So we're gonna get our real red out, and we're gonna stamp right on top of that, the inside of the add-on. There we go. The fact that it's photopolymer, you can see exactly where you're stamping. Love that. Oh, that's so pretty. And on the inside, Happy Valentine's Day. Get you a package of note cards. Makes crafting so easy. Cute little hearts. Just like that. And so we're going to stamp Dear Friend toward the bottom. Again, this is from the Spotlight on Nature. And then the For You. Trying to remember, where did that one come from? It's photopolymer. It's from the Layering Leaves. This is the $1 Million Sales Achiever, Rachel Tessman. She does amazing paper pumpkin alternatives. And so we're doing the Thinking of You on another, we're gonna do the For You. And the Thinking of You, I'm pretty sure is on another one. Another stamp that I'm gonna do. For You, Dear Friend. Love it. Okay, so let's assemble this one. Oh yeah, the envelope. While we have it open. And then when you stamp your envelope with that little heart, then you know when you're sending it in the mail, it's something special. Okay. And so now, use that block to hold it down. Kind of want to find the sweet spots, which is basically just the best position. All right, that looks like it is it. So I'm holding it down, lifting up this part, giving it a little adhesive. Same thing. There we go. And then on the back, we're going to put those tiny little, super tiny, from my stash. It's in my stash from other kits, paper pumpkin and otherwise, are really small. So they actually have different sizes. There's a small, a medium, and a large. And I keep all of them. And actually, these are handy when I go places to craft. These little tiny ones fit perfectly. Just like that. Oop, there we go. So I've got 4. You, compared to what came in the kit, you can, in this kit, you can see how small those are. And if I knew how to speed the camera up when I'm doing stuff like this, I would do it, but I I don't know how to do that. Sometimes there's spots in the video on my live that I realize there's got to be a way to fix that. I just don't know how. Anyway, I do kind of chatter a bit sometimes, so. There we go. And that is the add-on. And then this one I did bring in the adhesive backed heart sequins. I only got one package. There's 120. So there's little bitty hearts, medium size, and then what I'm calling the bigger hearts. I'm gonna put one right there because it just looks good. These are temporarily unavailable, I do believe, but they will be back in stock soon. And there's my alternative number 3, I think it is. Let's see. And then we have alternative number 4. And we have the bookmark and 2 gifts. And then we have the fancy fold alternatives coming up. So, ooh, tonight's a long one. Sorry about that. And so this is kind of a side open. You're my favorite dear friend. So again, lots of friend cards. Got some glue or something there. I'm gonna have to stamp something else right there. Goodness me. Okay. Now this one we're stamping with Flirty Flamingo. And again, we're using the Hearts of Elegance, this cute little stamp right there. And part of that is this fun hearts. Right here, these fun heart pieces right here. And so that was the other half of that card piece that I used for the alternative. This is the other part. So I used one card base and made 2 hearts from that. And then I brought in some color, Flirty Flamingo, cardstock base. And I don't have this one. Oh, I'm thinking there's a reason why. Let me show you just a second. Let me do the, figure out what the dimensions are on this one for you. So this is 11 inches by 11 inches by 4 1/4. And on the 11-inch side, it is scored at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. So this is another really easy, fun fold. It's basically a card that's folded in half and then folded back, basically, to create this fun fold. Now, the reason I didn't throw this away yet is, and put it with this so that I could show you that's exactly what I used. This was the card base of the first card we did. And there's what I call some extra real estate right here that we need to utilize. And of course, oops, we have lots of little hearts that we can use, right? So we've got this little heart. And we have this little heart that we can use. So I'll definitely be using that. Flirty Flamingo is the pretty card and color. So for the inside, we're going to stamp this little flower. Almost looks like a rose. Flirty Flamingo. And dear friend. Now this one we've been using in red, so let's just clean this real quickly. All right. While that's drying, this little piece right here, this is one of those that you get left over when you cut down your card piece. So whenever there's dark cardstock, I like to have this piece right here. And so I've cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. Then there's that little strip that's left over, which I turn around and use to stamp "You're My Favorite" in red for the front. There we go. It's on this block. So let's go ahead and do that in real red. "You're My Favorite," and that's a stamp set from the stamp here. Just like that. Okay. So for the inside, it's going to say "Dear Friend." Just like that. So pretty. And I'm going to just cover up that little spot that I made over here. All right. Now just on this panel here, we're going to stamp in Fleur de Flamingo, color on color. Just kind of going around the circle here. Okay, that's all the stamping for that one. And we'll go ahead and put this one on the inside. And find the sweet spot, which is what I call the centering. Hold down one side, lift the flap, and then add my adhesive. Beautiful. Now this piece that we die cut out, it's gonna cover that piece on the inside, just kind of estimated the middle piece right there. Again, hold down this side, lift it up, and then add some adhesive, because we only want it on this one flap here. Just like that. And then we're just going to find, kind of off-centered a tiny bit, basically this side. And then this one, we're just going to get our scissors out. Down the middle. It's like, okay, that's just, I don't like how that looks, so I'm just going to trim that down some more. A little bit in the center. Make your own little flap, like so. This one's going to go right next to that heart. You're my favorite, dear friend. Super fun and easy. I don't know if you can see where I had that little smudge, but there's always a way to cover it up. Moving on, I think we're going to do the box. Let's do the box, right? Remember the box, this one right here? It'll also hold this cute little dude inside. Little Debbie's or whatever. So we're going to do this one. Now this one, I have a template. I can't say enough about templates. They have the measurements on there. It's basically retired paper that I use. And then I keep these 3Ds together, you know, so that they're protected on the little 6x8 sheets, protecting sheets. And I keep all these together because I kid you not, when I had this displayed, I forgot all the measurements. So I made a template and used it again. So now I won't forget them. I will remember them. Again, we've got scallop boxes. We've got all those cute little boxes. But eventually when those retire or they're not available, this is a great alternative. So in case you wanted to do a screenshot, here's my little sticky. The window sheet to show the heart is 3 by 2.5. And then this one basically reminds me that I'm going to put adhesive on these 4 corners. And then the designer paper, 2 strips. For the short side, 2 designer series paper, 2 7/8 by 7/8. And then the long strip is 3 7/8 by 7/8. And this lid will be glued to this piece here, like that. This is a treat box. This piece right here, the box itself is 5 by 6, and you score all 4 sides at 1 inch. And then you're just going to cut up to the middle, to that score line on both sides. Okay? That's for the box. And then the lid piece, this is the lid piece. This is 5 by 3 7/8, scored at 1 and 4. The designer paper for the top is 3.5 by 2 3/4, or 3 3/4 by 3. That's the template. And then the window sheet is 3 by 2.5. Here's all the fun pieces. So I've got everything die cut. Well, not die cut, we're gonna actually do that together. But you just want to fold on the score lines. And then you're just gonna cut up to the score. I thought about doing this at one of our workshops. I think that might be fun. And then there's those 2 score lines. So the first thing we're gonna do, set that to the side, is we're gonna put our little piece right here. We're gonna glue it down. Just like that. And this one's really, really pretty because you can see these pretty flowers on there. So both sides. This is that marbled paper that's part of the Hearts of Elegance suite, online exclusive. We're gonna die cut this out. But I just need to make sure I get the correct die cut here. Check this out. I tried all the different hearts here. And actually, it's going to be this piece right here. Sorry for the reach. We are going to die cut right down the middle. Okay? And that's going to leave us this pretty heart shape in the middle. And I think this might be too big for the mini. So I will leave the measurements right here. And be back in about 1 minute. Again, if I knew how to fast forward, I would do that, but I just don't know how. I'm gonna die cut that out and be right back. And I'm back. Okay. All right. So I've die cut that out. And what I have left it's together, but that's fine. So you got this really nice heart die cut piece. You could use either side. So that's really cute. Again, it's got that shape, that indentation. It's beautiful, but it works perfectly for this one. All right. Now I did notice on this one, the outside pieces, there's like a little gap. So I don't think I put the inside in as tight as I need to. So I'm going to keep that in mind when I do the box here in a minute. Then the next step is adhering this piece right here. So I think what I want to do, because at the beginning I was explaining what all I was doing, but I think what I want to do is try these flat adhesive dots, because I think that might be the trick. Because when you open the flap, you can see the adhesive. But I'm thinking this might do the trick. In window sheets, you got to be real careful that you don't have excess oil on your skin or ink, because it will smear. So just be careful, keep that in mind when you're working with window sheets. And this is going to cover it up. So you still see the adhesive, but it's not as prominent as this one is. Okay. Since this is the front and we've die cut it, then we know that we're going to put adhesive right here. Okay. And I think before I do that, I need to put the box together. Let's do that. And of course, before we put the box together with our adhesive, we want to put on our little strips using adhesive. Super cute. Just like that. Now the long strips. I bet I am missing out on some comments, but I will get to those in a little bit. All right. Here we go. So I might have to do this box at our next workshop, because I got lots of candy we can put in there. All right, so now that we've got that, let's go ahead and put our adhesive on just the 4 corners. I probably should have used the Seal Plus. Get it on your, just, it comes right up off the glass. Now, if that were paper, it would make my paper sticky. So another reason why I love this glass mat. Okay. So this one, I want to bring it in nice and tight. All the way up to that edge. Same thing for this one. I just pinch it basically. Pinch all 4 corners. Now, this one's going to be adhered down. This is going to be the inside. The flap is going to go all the way in. And just apply that pressure. Voila. And then we have our beautiful box to decorate. We're going to stamp. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. The die is from the Heart of Elegance, and the stamp is from our Celebration Heart-shaped. And I have that on a block already. So we're going to stamp that one. I figured heart-shaped, and we have to have the heart-shaped die. So cute. Love it. And so this one's going to be on dimensionals. This one's going to just be flat. So it's really nice. And then the back is where the plates have that indentation from being die cut so often. And that's what the front would look like if I didn't have a nice clear plate on top. All right. Just want to press that down. So cute. All right, now put those dimensionals out. Let's see the bigger dimensionals. There we go. And I think I want to do 2. Should be plenty. Let's see. And then we're going to bring in the tiny little heart. It's kind of at the top. And it's complete. So fun. On to the next one. Let's do the bag. We're going to do this cute little bag, okay? Because we have the bag, we have the bookmark, and we have another fun little something, and then the fancy fold at the end. And we've been going for 2 hours. Oh my goodness. I probably should have broke this up into 2 parts, but you know, what can I say? I go for the gusto, right? All right, so here's all the fun pieces for this one. And this one's so easy. This is one we could do at a workshop too. Super, super easy. I mean, so easy. So fun. The Designer Series paper. And then, of course, just know that it's directional. So the back side is not going to have the hearts going the correct way. So if that bothers you, you could probably you know, do another die cut or another piece to make it upright, but all your decoration is going to be on the front. Super cute. This is 7 inches by 3.5, scored at 3 1/8 and 4 3/8. The DSP wrap, if you wanted to wrap the box, would be 12 by 1. I didn't do that this time. The cardstock piece, this one is 5.5 by 3, scored at 1 inch on all sides. This is going to hold 3 Lind truffle Valentine treats. All right. There's that fold there. So cute. And then again, on the short end, you're going to cut up. And then this is the box, so you just want to make sure you've got all of those score lines burnished. All right. The middle's going to go in, and you're just going to add adhesive to the inside. Just like that. Now this one, I don't yet have the template, but I will eventually. There's one side. There's the other side. This is such a cute box. Again, that middle is going to go in. Then those two are going to be glued together. Basically all 4 corners. Ooh, I just goofed. No, I didn't. Because that one's going on the inside. I thought I goofed, but I didn't. There we go. Then you just pinch it nice and tight, okay? Next, we're going to get our cute little Lindor truffles. This one happens to be strawberries and cream. I'm definitely going to put one of these in the mailbox for my mail lady. She's super sweet. And I might have to put 2 in the box because she's mentioned before when I see her sometimes she'll say she just loves all the fun craftiness, and she's like, oh, I show my husband. So this way she can have one for her and her husband. And so this will fit 3 Lindor truffles just like that. So cute. You could adhere this down if you wanted to. I didn't necessarily, but if you're afraid it's going to fall out, you can just put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom. But, and then if you wanted to put, you don't have to, and I didn't on this one, but you can, if you want, get a 12 by 1 inch designer paper, and it would just fit all the way around. But it's going to be covered up from the paper, so I just didn't do that. So you just put that right there. And then you're just kind of line the top up. Watch how rudimentary I'm about to do this. I'll put a little hole with my take your pick tool right in the middle. And so we'll pause on that because we're going to use this really pretty bow with this ribbon, pretty in pink. It's really, really pretty. I believe that's in the annual catalog. And we're going to do the little hearts. And I accidentally smudged. And I went ahead and punched this out. And I'm basically going to cut it in half, because I got smudge on the other one. And this is about 2.5, not quite 2.5. So I'm kind of guesstimating where the middle is on this. So it's almost 1.5. Again, it's going to be one punch, will be 2 separate pieces that say "for you" on them. And the cute little hearts that we'll stamp. Here's our little bitty hearts. So cute. I have to say, I'm thinking probably my favorite is Hugs for Love. I think that's probably my favorite bundle in the mini catalog. For you. And you can always search the words "for you" in the search bar on the Stampin' Up! Website to see what stamp sets have what phrase you're looking for, and it'll pop up, and then that's what I do. And I realize, oh, I have this one. It's that Layered for Leaves. It's in the annual catalog. Love it. Love it when that happens. So now I'm ready for my ribbon. 3 lenders, so cute. Now I'm going to end up having to trim this because the minute you start messing with threads, they start to like unravel a bit. But that's okay. I'm just going to pull it through. And you can already see it start to unravel. That's okay. Because we're going to trim it. Might have to trim it now to get it to go through there. And this designer paper was the paper that went on, it was, I think they renamed it Last Chance. It was actually the celebration paper from 2024, a year ago. And it was on the clearance rack, Last Chance, whatever you call it, for like $3. And I thought this will be perfect. And of course it sold out very quickly. All right, so I'm gonna make a knot and then a bow. And I like to leave my ribbon on the spool because I don't always know how much I'm gonna need. And I really hate wasting ribbon by not cutting enough, if that makes sense. So, make my cute little rabbit ear. And there's my bow. Really cute. And so now I'm going to attach our little hearts right there. I love how all of their stuff coordinates so beautifully. So this was the designer paper that was on clearance. It was the celebration a year ago. This is from the new stamp set in the mini this year. Hugs for Love. And it just coordinates so beautifully. Put a little heart there. And then our For You. And again, this is great for anybody. And we have plenty of these little hearts left over. I love that they always provide so much extra. Just a little some bling on there. So fun. Might have to do that one at our next workshop. All right. I think we're going to do, we're going to do the bookmark. Now, I looked it up. I have a retired punch, but there is a current punch called the Elegant Edge Tag Topper that you can use. And this was my idea for a bookmark. Now, the only thing from the paper pumpkin kit that I used for this bookmark was the twine. I don't know why, that it just turned out that way. And then, of course, the gold twisted thread, which is part of the Heart of Elegance suite. And I went ahead and stamped and die cut these ahead of time. And I'm gonna go ahead and adhere these together. I do this sometimes, try to save time, because I do a lot sometimes, and I don't realize just how much I do, and I want to get it all in one video, and I probably shouldn't, but oh well. Now this one, I used thick cardstock. Here's my little thin. The quality of the paper is really thin from the box stores, like Hobby Lobby, one of those places. So this is a really old template that I've had. 6 inches, and then I think I had it at a solid 2 or 3 maybe. But the reason why it says 2+1 is because when you have your decorative edge punches like this, there's only so much space that it can fit in. And so you end up having to trim it off depending on your punch. And so you'll kind of want to get an idea by measuring the back. And this looks like 2 1/4 approximately. And then I remeasure it, it looks like 2 1/8. So I mean, it's gonna, if you do the 2 1/4 and you realize it's, you know, it's too big, like if it fits directly like that, then you know it's gonna fit perfectly, right? That's the reason for the measurement, depending on your punch. Now that I've got this all ready to go, this is gonna go right in. And then something else you want to keep in mind is you want to make sure that the edge of the decorative part doesn't go beyond, or it would look really funky, trust me. So you just get it as close to the middle as possible. Punch it. And this one, very thick. Thick cardstock. And this is that Elegance paper from the winter catalog. I still had some from my Christmas cards, so I thought that would look really fun. The back of that one, because honestly I ran out of stuff from the kit because I basically used all of it. So now this one, before I adhere it all together, it does overlap, right? So it overlaps a bit, which is okay, but I'm just going to trim up to that line, and it will help it look like it's fit better. Just like that. And this one is the annual catalog, carryover, whatever you want to call it, online exclusive store. And it is a set of die cuts that are so versatile. And I'm going to do just like this. Kind of like a V for the adhesive. And then this one, I'm going to add this nice big heart toward the bottom. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. Courage and Faith, another $1 million sales achiever. Stamp set, Natalie Travis. This is one of my all-time favorites. I'm guessing it's not going to stick around much longer, but it's one of my favorites. Love it. Great for bookmarks. Lots of great ideas with that one. Okay. And so then the last bit is using that cord and the twine from the kit. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to tie a knot. About like that. This is a little challenging to keep them together, but not impossible. Again, I'm going to just do 2 knots. Knot number 1. And knot number 2. And then I put them together. And then trim it. And there's that. Now, I really was thinking outside of the box on this one. But I know that the next month, February, it's supposed to be, what do you call it? Grow with Love is a bundle that will coordinate with the paper pumpkin for February. Look at all of these amazing die cut pieces. This makes like a seed packet. Super, super cute. Lots of ideas with this one, and the first idea I'm sharing with you tonight. So the paper pumpkin add-on, like I mentioned in the beginning, these 2 pieces, they will coordinate as this add-on, Spring in the Air dies. And there's the order number, 166237. Spring is in the air. These 2 die cut pieces will coordinate with the February paper pumpkin kit, which is a Spring in the Air, and it will coordinate with this bundle. Now, for the next fun Valentine treat, I'm using this die cut. Let's make all of these fun little pieces here. Happy Valentine's Day. It fits a cute little candy. It will fit a gift card. In fact, here's some ideas for teachers, for anniversaries, for birthdays. Thank you, your mail person. And I put a question mark, a seed packet. Not real sure. But the piece that you're going to need, whatever piece that you're going to use for your packet, you want to have a 5.5 by 5.5 designer paper, and you can do either side. But for this, for the purposes of this cute little holder, you might could put 2 in there, and it'll also fit a gift card. That's the thing; it is big enough to fit a gift card, right? A gift card would fit perfect. You could even fold it over and seal it if you wanted to. But just for purposes of tonight, so cute. That's that marble design paper. And I picked the stripes to show up because to me, when you go to adhere them, it makes it a little bit easier to see where you're going. So this is super cute. And of course, using that packet. And I realized nothing from the paper pumpkin kit for this one, but since it's Valentine themed, I wanted to share it. So yeah, let's This one's super fun. There's a couple of different things you can do with the stamps, of course. And again, this is the Hugs for Love stamp set. Happy Valentine's Day. I think I like this one. It seems cleaner. This one's super cute though. Maybe if I had stamped some hearts over there like it's going off the paper or something. But I do like this. Basically, you just die cut it and stamp it. So let's do that. And I think the reason why I wanted the points at the top and bottom is if I wanted to add some bling. But I think just with that little heart's plenty. It would look really cute this direction. Again, you can do lots of different things with this one. But we're going to do the Happy Valentine's Day. Do our stamping first. So cute. And I think this bundle is like $38. I mean, it's so inexpensive and it's so cute. Yep, $38.50. Hugs for Love. Super cute Valentines. And you can always use the hearts in that one to create your own designer paper, if you will. So this one, we are only going to adhere, put adhesive down on the bottom. Okay, and then we're going to put one side down first. And then because we have the lines, I can see that it's going to go up to that second red line. Let me just measure that one more time. Okay. And then fold it down and voila. Again, I'm not sure if it would hold it's basically the shape of like a seed packet. And this is the online exclusive that's available now with that cute little die cut. I'm going to add this to the front. You can line it up very nicely because of the stripes, you can see where you're going. So when you use the die cut, just be aware of that. Put our cute little, it's called a Dum Dum Pop. I think I got it like at Walmart or something. Some of those are real expensive at the store. Like a pack of 30 is $6. I don't know why, but that just seems like a lot. Anyway, so here we go with this one. Got that nice little heart right there. Little bling. Super fun, super easy. Great for teachers, great for the mail person, co-worker, neighbor, whoever, right? Super cute. Now, the other part to this, like I said, I went crazy when I started playing with the Valentine's things. And you make my heart buzz. Oh, I forgot how cute the Be My Valentine from last year. It's in the annual catalog, so it's current. And of course, we've got the sweetest little, they're called tiny bee trinkets, and they are indeed tiny, but they are absolutely adorable and so cute. Lots that we can do with this one. And the candy for this one, believe it or not, I found this at the Dollar Tree, and it's a 10 count bag for $1.25. Swirled heart pops. I basically wanted to make sure that they would fit one of the hearts, and so the Hearts of Elegant die cuts had the die cut heart, and so again, the only thing from the paper pumpkin I'm using is this red twine. But again, it's all heart themed. It's not too late to order for Valentine's. It's super cute. It fits perfectly. And like when I was playing around, you make my heart buzz. So I've got this one ready to go. And then this one is so cute. It is missing in action here. I can't find it on my desk. I don't know what to do with it, but it is part of the Choose Happy, right? It's gotta be here somewhere. Anyway, so since we're getting close on time, I just wanted to share that with you, what I stamped before. And I did that on purpose because I want it to be a heart, but see, you can use this one, the punch, if you don't have the die cuts. That's what I'm trying to say, is there's options. But for this one, I want to stamp wherever I put it. Oh, here we go. We're going to stamp the cute little, here we go, honeycomb. And the add-on for the paper pumpkin has this bee and the little honeycomb. It's got a little outline. So that will be for March. You don't want to miss March. It's bound to sell out. Like, you want to get March. You don't want to miss it. So January, February, and March. That's for the add-on. And I think I typed in the search bar B, and voila. Lots of fun little stamp sets and stuff that will coordinate. All right, then You Make My Heart Buzz, which is super cute to use the new bee trinkets. It's just too cute. Okay. And then we're going to get our little bee trinket, which is super cute. And there are 40 little teeny tiny bees in here. And my Take Your Pick tool is going to pick it up. And we're going to use the tiny little flat adhesive dots. And I think I'm going to put them right there next to that honeycomb. Flip him over. Oops. Flip them over the correct way. There we go. So cute. I probably should have put this one on first, but that's okay. So very cute. And of course, ribbon, so cute. Add that ribbon on there. Oh, and there's a trick to this one too. I'm gonna get it as close. There's one knot. Knot number 2. And I'm going to trim that off. And tie a bow. And it should stay put. Now, if for some reason it starts to move, you can always put a glue dot behind it to keep it from moving. So cute. Let me trim that a little bit there. It started to fray on me. Fun, cute little Valentines. And our last but not least is an accordion pop-up. This one is so cute. Oh my goodness, 2.5 hours. What was I thinking? I probably should have split it up. Oh well. Okay. So this one, your Real Red card base. this is using pieces of the paper pumpkin, but then also the other stamp sets that I've mentioned before. The Real Red card base is your standard card base of 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. The DSP is from that retired paper that was a celebration a year ago. It was on clearance, like $3 for a 12-pack. I just decided to use that one. You can use the Marbled Elegance, whatever you have that's Valentines, or, you know, real pretty flowers, whatever you want to use. The designer paper is 10 by 5 1/4, and it is scored at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The white on the inside is 5 by 1 3/4. That's the measurements. And this one folds open with an accordion and all the fun hearts and dazzling. So fun. Celebrate love. Happy Valentine's Day. My thoughts of you are all heart. And I'm so glad I have everything together, because I'm looking over to my left and it's so disorganized. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have all that. Oh, so this one is fun. And again, we're using that element piece there. And then this is from the paper pumpkin kit. And this is from the paper pumpkin kit. And this front card base is that embellishment, this piece here. And then this is part of, and I don't remember, but it's in the mini catalog. Let me grab that real quick. It fell earlier and I can't, oh, there it is. I was moving things around and it fell and it rolled. This is the gold open weave trim. So you can see it's really fancy. Look how fancy that is. Super fancy, right? So some tips and tricks on this one I'm going to share. I don't know about y'all, but the cleanup from tonight's going to be a while. I'll have to take a picture of how disorganized it is and share it with y'all, because it's just so funny. Okay, let's see. Where should we start first? Here's all our fun pieces. And there's our basic card base, which if you had the card base left over the red, you could definitely use that for this idea. Just bring in some designer paper. It's got that beautiful gold. So let's just put all that over to the side. We're gonna use our bone folder because we want to burnish all these score lines. And it's important that we do each and every one. I've done another one very similar to this one. I want to say for the Christmas cards, I did one. And each of these need to be very, what's the word? You want to make sure that that fold is burnished on all of them. Because if you don't, when you go to open it and close it, it won't open and close like the accordion that you see. But each of these need to be defined. Hopefully that makes sense. So I'm burnishing them on both sides, basically. And it's pretty much every inch. Let's see, we've got 2 more to do. Just like that. All right, so now we are ready. So you see how it's not really folding like an accordion just yet? It's going to be the bottom. Fold down, fold back. And then just burnishing it even more. Just like that. That's a little off, but it still works. And I'll show you how. I'll show you what I mean. You bring in the card base, and we're only going to do one at a time. Before you adhere it, just look to see where, I guess no matter how you do it, it would still work out. Just when you go to embellish it, you just need to make sure. Find that sweet spot. I'm going to lift it up. I'm only going to apply a little bit of adhesive right there. Because you just want that one side down. Okay? And this is where the hills and valleys and folds and all of that needs to be nice and folded back. You're going to walk this up. Normally I would say it would be even, and then you add your adhesive and you would close it. That works for most folds, fun folds, but for this one you're going to walk it up. And again, you're only going to apply adhesive. To that top part. And you see how this is not real defined? There's the accordion. And then you're just going to apply some pressure. There's our accordion. So pretty. So let's decorate that piece before we put it on. Okay. All those fun pieces to the side. Now we're going to punch out, because we can use these, like I said before, as confetti. I have a lot of hearts left over. There was the die cut from that Hearts of Elegance. I was going to use it, and I don't know what happened, but I didn't. Okay, so this one we've got our little die cut pieces, and we're using that little outside piece right here. That one right there. And we're going to put it right up on the top. And this one we're going to use this fancy ribbon. And again, we only need a little bit. Just like that. It's going to go down the middle. And I'm going to apply just a tiny little bit of adhesive. And it's going to hold that in place. Now we can add it to the card front. And you want to make sure you don't put the adhesive where the hearts are. Because then you'll have sticky showing through. Just kind of spot checking it. There we go. And then if you go along and you realize, oop, it's popping up, I need to add something, you can utilize your glue dots. Let's finish decorating the front. Then we'll start decorating the middle. We'll put one of these fancy hearts right here. And then the little hearts that go with the kit. Put one right here. And you can see the hearts from the kit, we still have several available. So I'm not even using all that came with the kit. And I've got several alternative. Yep, that's the accordion. Okay. Celebrate love. I think what I'm going to do is leave this one blank. And maybe just put Happy Valentine's Day. I should have already stamped it. That's okay. That does look cute with Celebrate Love, though. And again, it's just one of these little pieces that yep, let's do that one. Celebrate Love. That's cute. It's the pieces that's left over when you cut your inside piece. Celebrate Love. Here we go. Right in the middle. And if you didn't want to put Happy Valentine's Day, you could put Happy Anniversary. I mean, so many different ideas that you could do. And for this one, I just cut it. At like an angle. Just like that. And that's from the kit. We're going to use some glue dots. Maybe we can finish up this one. Just a little bit left over. Let's see. There we go. Celebrate love. Okay, there we go. And one more little heart from the kit, because that's so cute. And that's the front of the card. Now let's work on the inside. We're going to stamp. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. I've been using the red. So let me clean the stamp. So we're going to stamp it in Flirty Flamingo. Flirty Flamingo. Oh, it must be in real red because I can't even see it. Oops. Usually I have a little sticky note with what I did, but I just didn't do that for some reason. Okay. I don't know. I'm going to turn it over because I don't want to make a mistake. Although I can try it and still turn it over. Let's see. It kind of gives it an interesting look. Yep, stamped it in real red. Didn't realize that. And so this little white piece, we're going to do the Happy Valentine's Day. And we've got these cute little hearts. This is one of those that hopefully they would display. I think that's all the stamp in there. And so on the bottom, that's where this piece is going to go. But I need that to dry or it will do some strange things. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this to the top. My thoughts of you are all heart-shaped. And then we're going to add this tiny little heart. Right there. Then this one, we're going to add the little tiny hearts. In fact, this one, the best thing to use are my glue dots. This is from the kit. So cute. Okay. And then this one, we're going to put one big heart right there. And adhere this one down. Hold down the one side, lift up the flap, and add a little adhesive. And keep folding it, folding it. All right, so this heart, this is that paper that's in the online exclusive. And it is that shimmer paper. I forget the name of it, but it's an online exclusive, just in the search bar, glimmer paper, and boom, it'll pop right up. I thought that would look super cute right there. So we've got this decorative gold heart piece. We're going to put it right there. So I'm only going to put a little bit of adhesive in this corner here. For that first pop-up. And then on top of that is going to be the red. Again, just on that one side. then this heart is going to be on the second pop-up. Right there. And then we've got our gold next to it. Glue dots work great too. In fact, that's probably what I should have done on this one. Now, just kind of want to work it. Make sure the adhesive is in the proper place, and if there's any excess, we want to use our embossing buddy. That is our last and final card of the night. Oh goodness, they're almost 3 hours. I don't know how I'm going to upload this to YouTube, but I'm going to try. Anyway, so here's our fun fold. Super fun. And all the giftables and all of the fun Valentine's treats, all of the fun cards, the bookmarks, all the fun alternatives. We had a lot of fun putting all these together tonight. I don't even know if I'm gonna have room for all of these, but that's okay. Lots and lots and lots of cards we made tonight. Hopefully I'm not leaving anything out, but I think I just don't have enough room on my desk now for everything. But you know, it was so much fun. I just love, love, love all the things Valentine's. And this kit knocked it out of the ballpark. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight, and we'll see you next time. Happy stamping.